Hey guys, Joe DeMarco from the Crazy New York Driver Show for Friday, January 17th, 2020. Welcome to another eBay video. Today we're going to be discussing as our main topic the fact that the USPS is acting to stop fishy sellers from selling eBay priority supplies on eBay or Amazon or any other website for that matter. We're also going to be discussing the crazy international return that I've been talking about the last few weeks, as well as the Fishy contest winner, a few other eBay topics that I think you'll be interested in, and of course your comments, questions, and concerns. As you can see, it is cloudy and raining. I've given up. I'm totally giving up. It's going to snow tomorrow. You heard me. Snow tomorrow, possibly turning to rain. We basically have everything. Clouds, rain, snow, everything but sun. It just doesn't happen. Mercedes Lux wrote in about eBay customer service. Just saying this. I have been with eBay since 2005. Would you believe in all my phone calls to eBay, I never once have talked to an eBay rep inside the US. I would love to have such a pleasure to converse with a true American eBay representative. I always end up with a rep from the Philippines. Some of those reps have thick accents which makes communicating and resolving a problem hard to deal with. Also on the same topic, Bill Still wrote, "Thank you so much for yelling about one of my top main eBay fails. They're outsourced customer service jobs. It's an absolute outrage. Keep customer service reps in the USA. Those outsourced jobs pay peanuts, and yes, you get what you pay for. Many of those reps cannot properly understand or speak English very well, so how could you hope that they can properly understand and fix your problem?" I totally understand how you guys feel, and I'm with you. Also, one thing I've noticed when I used to get them years ago is that even when they understand your problem, they usually cannot act on it. They don't have the juice to act on it. And I noticed the problem at some point has to be transferred to the USA representatives. Anyway, that's just my take on it, guys. Let's move on with some more comments. About cancellations. Hungry Man wrote, "And my first sale from the year 2020, after 20 minutes, a cancellation was requested." L. Hall wrote, "The same type of cancellation has happened to me 3 times. I received the same comment from each, saying they're selling the same thing as I am and thought I was a buyer. I did cancel, but I won't again. From now on, I'm filing an unpaid item case." And L. Hall, I think you should file an unpaid item case. There is, in my opinion, no excuse from any buyer refusing to pay, claiming that they thought you were buying from them instead of them buying from you. This week, I got 2 different sellers who sent me best offers on their items. Their best offers weren't very good at all, so I didn't accept them. But it was obvious to me that they were selling me their item, not that they were trying to buy my item. All you have to do is read and be careful. I told you guys the story last week about a person who accepted my best offer that I sent to him, then refused to pay because he thought I was buying from him and not him buying from me. And in that case, I don't have any mercy on him. I really don't, because he did not read the listing. All right? He did not read. He went ahead and thought, oh my God, I'm getting a sale, and accepted the offer. You have to man up and accept responsibility for your actions. I do realize in certain cases mistakes happen, but I can honestly tell you guys, and you guys who know me will understand this. Had it been the other way around, had he sent me a best offer, and had I made the dumb mistake and thought that he was buying my item and accepted, I honestly look you in the eye right now and tell you that I would have manned up, bought the item, and resold it on eBay. I swear on my life. I always man up for my mistakes, and I will not accept anything less back. I'm sorry. Maybe it's the Yankee in me, I don't know, but that's just the way I roll. Regarding sales, Hungry Man wrote, 2020 is until now my worst year on eBay. I normally have 3 to 4 returns a year selling collectible video game items. In the first week of 2020, I had 6 returns, but those items were bought in 2019. I sell about 100 to 130 items a month. Sales are also very, very slow. Starting from 2020, only had about 20 items sold in 10 days, which is very bad compared to what I normally sell. I got to tell you something. Normally my sales are pretty darn good all year round, but this last week, the week we're in right now, has been dramatically slower. Especially Tuesday was bad. Tuesday was so bad that I actually went on Down Detector to see if eBay was down, and I read quite a few comments from people saying eBay was down in certain parts of the USA and overseas on Tuesday for a long span of time. But anyway, this week has been a lot slower for me. On a Fitchy buyer, Straight Hype wrote, a buyer with no feedback won an item for $1.99 during an auction and never paid. I had to open an unpaid item case, and the case was closed 4 days later. The buyer then starts sending me multiple messages through eBay demanding that I wait 28 days for his $1.99 payment. He then gets upset and opens an item not received case, even though he never paid. I don't understand why eBay allows this to happen. That dispute case he made against me is still open since December 22nd, and eBay hasn't done anything. Straight Hype, this is the kind of thing that makes me want to throw up right here on the deck. This particular case that happened to you happened to me as well approximately 10 to 15 years ago, and I'm astonished and sickened that in 2020 a deadbeat bidder who doesn't pay and has an unpaid item case closed against him can still open an item not received case. It is just yet another loophole that needs to be closed and has never been. eBay, in my opinion, eBay really needs to restructure itself. To restructure its, what is the word I need here? I'm going to use the word mainframe because I just don't know anything about tech. But it needs to restructure itself to prevent and close these gaping holes. On sending offers to watches, Wooden Stuff with Steve French wrote, at least once a day for the past 3 days, I've sold a long tail item on eBay shortly after sending offers to watches on it, but to someone at the full price. There definitely seems to be some truth to the notion that in sending offers to watches gives the item a boost in search. I've been saying this for many months, and it's true. This week alone, I must have sent out about, I'd say easily 200 offers to watches. Not a single person made the purchase. Not one. I've noticed a trend of something people are doing that I really don't like. Let's say I have an item that's $100 plus $30 shipping. I will send an offer to a watcher, let's just say $75 plus the shipping. The person will make a counter offer of $70. So you think, well, it's only $5 less, let me accept it. But when you click on it to accept it, we're in the notes. If you look down in the notes, the buyer will say something like this: I will offer you $70 for this item, but you have to include free shipping. I automatically decline every one of those. And it's been a pattern over the last couple of months where people have been doing this. People really do not want to pay that shipping, because shipping from here on the East Coast out to the West Coast is expensive. But I decline every one of those. On Fitchy eBay sellers illegally selling USPS shipping supplies, Dennis Copper wrote, "Joe, eBay will not take down those free USPS shipping supplies unless they're forced to do so. When you bring eBay to court, they will not have a choice. eBay has the money, resources, and technology to take down every single person that is selling them." That was my major point. It's wrong, and they need to be held accountable legally. This is the only way very big companies like eBay will swiftly shut those people down. Please do know they can do it right now if they want to. They allow it to go on. This is the worst part of it. Joe, you always say you tell it like it is. Don't give eBay a pass or let them go so easily. Tell them to get it done now with a shout. Then let the government step in to do their part. I'm sure if President Trump knew how our tax-paying dollars were being abused, he would give eBay a kick in the pants. The time has come for this to be stopped. Abuse of any kind should never be tolerated. Where it is found, it needs to be uprooted. Needless to say, I'm with you, man. I want this policy stopped. I don't want anybody selling USPS shipping supplies, which are free. I don't want them selling them on eBay. It's wrong, and I'm doing my part to stop it. That is actually the main topic today. And shortly, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that. However, what I would like to do now is, since we're right on this topic, I'm going to stop with the comments, and I'm going to do a very quick cutaway. And I'm going to show you guys a person, well, not a person, several eBay sellers who have put a new spin on illegally selling USPS priority mail supplies on eBay. Let's check that out right now. This little cutaway was filmed on Wednesday evening, January 15th, 2020. I want to highlight a few of the sellers that are actually focusing not only on selling priority mail supplies, but focusing on the Spider-Man aspect, as if these things are going to be collectible. Now, I have found 4 sellers that I'm going to present to you, but let me tell you something. There's a lot more than these 4 people. And it's sad. Let me show you something. In the pictures, if you highlight right here, let me read this to you. This packaging is the property of the U.S. Postal Service and is provided solely for use in sending priority mail shipments. Misuse may be a violation of federal law. This packaging is not for resale. I mean, it's in black and white. There is nobody on their right mind that can claim they didn't know that this is misuse of federal property. There's a second person doing it. There's a third person doing it. There's a fourth person doing it. And the common thread here is the Spider-Man link. Let's get back to the video and we'll discuss this a little bit more. So yeah, guys, you see how those sellers are trying to milk the Spider-Man phenomenon in selling their USPS priority mail supplies. Everybody watching this video knows it's a federal offense to do so. While we're on this topic now, I've got some very, very good news. As most of you know, eBay executives and PayPal executives watch my videos. I think you've known that, and I consider that very good news because this channel is a conduit from us to the powers that be at eBay and PayPal. That's great. Well, the news gets better as of right now. The USPS executives are also watching my videos and have reached out to me regarding sellers illegally selling USPS supplies on eBay and other venues. They have written to me several emails, which I'm going to read to you right now. Here is an email that I received the other day from an executive at the USPS.gov site. Just wanted to thank you for bringing to my attention your YouTube video, the issue with sellers trying to sell free USPS packaging. We're working daily with eBay on this issue and will shut off all pending and future orders. It is challenging because they can order directly or through their meter providers, even through eBay. So we close the loops as we find these fishy sellers. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Joe. Signed, Bill Vanderveer, Revenue Assurance, USPS National Headquarters, Washington, D.C. I thanked Bill profusely, and I wrote back to him, and I also brought up the fact that some of you mentioned people illegally selling USPS Forever stamps on eBay. And he wrote back to me with this. Thank you for your message. Counterfeit stamps are a big problem. As you know, since the Post Office Department was reorganized in 1972 to the U.S. Postal Service, we no longer receive taxpayer dollars, but are completely funded by postage sales. So counterfeit stamps cut into badly needed postal revenue. Our law enforcement division, the United States Postal Inspection Service, is working closely with online marketplace platforms to identify and stop fake Forever stamps from being sold. There are legitimate stamp dealers and other sellers that are selling stamps at a reduced rate, and mixed in there are some agents of overseas criminals who these fake stamps are produced by. Inspectors are working with the marketplace leadership to help identify and shut down and refer cases to the U.S. Attorney for these scammers. Please reach out with any concerns you have, and I'll be glad to assist. Thank you for your business, Bill. Guys, this is very good news. I sure hope the post office will in fact take action. Now, let's run a little experiment. In the cutaway that I showed you just a few minutes ago, I showed you 4 eBay sellers trying to cash in on the Spider-Man hype, illegally selling their priority mail supplies on eBay. Let's see how long those lastings last. Today is Friday, January 17th. Now, I filmed the cutaway on Wednesday night. But let's just see what happens with those listings. Run a little, informal experiment, if I will. Let me get back to the last couple of comments before we continue on. Brandon Cook wrote with a comment about last week's video. I died laughing. Ha ha ha. Quote, everything is great out here. I just got another case opened against me. Unquote. Clip of the year, Joe. Keep up the good work. You always put a smile on my face. Brandon. So yeah, the last comment I'm going to read, if it is a comment, is I'm going to tell you who the winner is of the Fitchy contest from last week. I had asked each of you guys to write one sentence using the word Fitchy. And the one that I thought was the most imaginative and funny would be the winner of a sleeve of eBay tape. There were a ton of great entries, and it was a very hard decision. Sadly, I had to disqualify a few people only because they wrote more than one sentence. I mean, some of those comments were really long. They were good, but they were really long, and I had to ask specifically for one sentence, so I have to play by the strict rules of Jeopardy. So that being said, the winner of the sleeve of the eBay tape is none other than Will Horton. And he wrote, the Fitchy seller got caught by a Fitchy police officer taking his Fitchy account down on eBay. That's part of doing business. Ha 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 ha! I think it's funny, imaginative, and it's on point. So Will Horton, as soon as you can, email me your address, your name and address to, right here, crazynydriver@aol.com, and I will send that package right out to you. Wow, something just sold. Let's see what it was. Okay. Remember the international return I've been talking about for the last 4 weeks, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth? Do you know it was supposed to have been closed in my favor? It got reopened again for a third time through eBay? Unbelievable but true. I don't know how it happened. Once again, what I believe was an overseas eBay representative screwed up, reopened the case against me. I had to call eBay concierge, who immediately, once again, closed it in my favor. The only difference this time was the eBay representative, I guess they were overseas, actually seized the money out of my account, which is just plain wrong. So eBay had to reimburse me on their own. What the hell's going on with this wind? I'm telling you guys, we do get the worst weather here. This is unbelievable. Oh my God. You know what? It's so freaking cloudy, cold, rainy, and nasty. I'm just going to end this video right here because I don't even want to be out here anymore. I have a few more things I really wanted to discuss. That's not happening. That's not happening. Someday I'll be out here in the sun, guys. I don't know when that day is going to be, but it's going to happen. So, that being said, guys, I'm Crazy New York Driver, and you're not. Thanks for watching this video. Each week I come out here and I make these videos to try and help you be successful on eBay. If you think I'm doing a good job, please leave me a thumbs up. It tells me I'm on point and appreciated. If you don't think I did a good job, just tell me in the comments section what you want me to cover next week, and I'll be happy to do it. Remember, I'm a seller friend, not a seller critic or skeptic of any kind. I've solved a lot of problems. I'm still making money online. I've never worn a mask, and I never will. Heck, I'm a CEO and a CFO of my own company. Yeah. So guys, go out. I hope you all make a ton of money on eBay. Rock on and peace. Guys, ye of little faith, please. I know a few of you are ready to drop dead, thinking that I have not drank from the Fox News Cup of Life. I will never, never forget the Fox News Cup of Life. This is the Fox News Cup of Life. Happy is he who drinks from it. It's cold, it's nasty, it's windy, it's raining, but I'm always going to drink from this wonderful, wonderful cup of virtue. That being said, I'm out of here, guys. Go out there, have a great day. I hope you got better weather than we do. Actually, every one of you has better weather than we do. Remember these 3 words: don't be fishy!